Hey there guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina Time Master Quest, and this is my hello, and this is the water temple. Unfortunately, I'm doing this post-commentary, but I've explained my situation in the last episode. Besides, it doesn't matter because my commentary in the normal original recording session was so non-sequitur, like so unrelated to the temple, that I don't mind because I can talk about the same unrelated things! Like, well, I mean, I can talk about some things about the water temple, like, and not talk quickly. Make sure they understand you. Enunciate, bitch! Enunciate! Oh, by the way, yeah, we got our dungeon item already. Like, again, they give us a dungeon item, like, right off the bat. Like that, like, in the fire temple. Like, in the fire temple, the Megaton Hammer was given to us before the map, the compass. I mean, in the forest temple, like, they didn't change the order that much because, the structure of the temple kind of affected the puzzles a lot, but I guess, like I said before, the fire temple and the water temple, I guess, are a bit more malleable. And I'm gonna say this right now. Actually, I'm gonna say later on. I should have said it later on in the original, but yeah. So I'm gonna say later on. So don't mind what I just said. Instead, this is me trying to find a room with a certain secret. That is a gold scutula, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I forgot what I actually forgot what this room is about, but yeah. Oh, what? Okay, that was a weird. Oh, it's the water. Damn you, camera! Damn you, water! Damn you, water! What? Now, there's like, this is one of the quirks of the new water temple. There are crates everywhere, like not just here and there, not in places where they were in the original Ocarina of Time, but everywhere. And this is another place where you need dense fire, where it is required, bitches! At the same time, we killed the gold scutula. The multitasking for the win. Using the long shot like a bro. Like a boss. Like a boss. Oh, hey, there's a boss. Die like a boss. Oh, I didn't die in one hit. No. Yeah, sure. So before I said, I really looked forward. So back when I was a kid, I had the Ocarina of Time strategy guide, which I bought alongside with the game. So, obviously, being the kid I read the strategy guide, you know, while I was playing the game, and I probably read, you know, 2 parts of the game beyond where I was right now. Like, I knew about, like, I read about the, you know, the Spirit Temple even before getting to, like, what, the Dongra's Cavern or something like that. So, when I read about the Water Temple, yeah, if your long shot being so long, it like breaks the temple somewhat. But yeah, when I read about the water temple, like, I already knew about the game because I saw my friend playing it, and I saw my friend play it up to the fire temple. So I knew about the hookshot, and hookshot was actually one of my favorite items. Like, it was like very useful because it latches you onto places and you can get to places. But in this game, it's also very useful, you know, in terms of combat. I mean, in Majora's Mask, it's not so useful in combat. I mean, actually it is. Actually, but it's used for, like, you know, more. It has a more strategic use in combat, like paralyzing enemies, or in Majora's Mask, actually drawing them to you. Here, the hookshot just butt rapes enemies sometimes. Like, it kills gold skulltulas in one hit, for crying out loud. Like in Majora's Mask, that I guess blessing was given to the bow and arrow instead. I don't know what was up with the change, but yeah, it's weird. Like, in this game, the hookshot kills the gold scutula in one hit, but the bow and arrow, not so effective. In Majora's Mask, it's the other way around. The hookshot is not so effective. For the same reason the bow and arrow is not effective. It cannot pierce through the gold scutula's armor, but in Majora's Mask, an arrow can go through the armor, with the same reason why the hookshot could go through the armor. Yeah, I don't know. But when I read about the long shot, you know, oh yeah, by the way, you can make the jump, so don't worry, be happy, and do it now. Because I read this one guide on GameFAQs that told you to wait on this gold scutula until a few temples later, just because they thought you couldn't make the jump. Well, guess what? You can. Anyway, the long shot. Like I said, the hookshot was one of my favorite items. So to, you know, realize that there's an extension to it, it made me excited. And I guess that kind of helped me get excited about the idea of the water temple. And I guess the boss, Warfa, kind of seemed cool too. Obviously this was before I even played the game before I even entered the water temple. But yeah, like I was so excited to get to the water temple. Like I was so excited. You wouldn't believe how disappointed I was when I actually got to there like a few years later, because I kind of stopped playing the game and then picked it up again. Like one time the latest I got to was like the fire temple, and then it just stopped because I was like so afraid of those keys. I was like paranoid and it just stopped. Weird reason, I know. But I got to the water temple at last. But then the water temple. The water temple. Oh my god. Yo. In the original water temple in Ocarina of Time, do you know that feeling when you're one door away but you're missing one key? The one key. And you don't know where the one key is? Oh yeah, go to left. Hi. Bye. Die. But yeah, do you know the feeling when you go to the water temple and you don't know where that one key is? And you're so tired of switching to your menu, to switch to your Kokiri boots, to switch to your iron boots, to go to the places with the Triforces, to raise the water levels or lower them with Zelda's Lullaby. I actually quit playing Ocarina of Time because of the water temple in my first playthrough. Luckily I picked it up again and got to the water temple. I guess I played a bit more strategically and somehow got all the keys I needed. So then I don't think I quit my first playthrough of Ocarina of Time. Scratch that. I actually continued in the same playthrough. The thing is, I had a second playthrough, and that was when I quit the second playthrough, the water temple. God. But yeah, the thing is, later on, the third time I played Ocarina of Time, that was after I found out about Nintendo Capri Sun and Let's Playing, and his run through of the water temple in his Ocarina of Time LP was actually very helpful, because he presented a systematic way of taking care of the water temple, a systematic way of exploring the parts of the water temple so that you can get all of the keys while minimizing traveling time, while minimizing backtracking. That's the most important part. And he also used Ferora's Wind wisely to make backtracking easier to deal with. So it's a good way to keep track of yourself, because keeping track is a pivotal thing in the water temple. Oh yeah, use the Song of Time block, which is again featured here. Jeez, Song of Time blocks in every epic camera angle. Epic camera angle. You can't get that in Ocarina of Time. Only in Master Quest can you get such an epic. Okay, go down. Jeez. But yeah, Nintendo Capri Sun's LP helped a lot. It actually helped me get through the water temple in my third playthrough of Ocarina of Time. So yeah, but then I just stopped playing Ocarina of Time because I had to go back to college, and I didn't bring my N64 with me to my dorms. So, and the next temple was a temple I didn't like it as well. So I actually stopped my third playthrough of Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I know, what a shame. My fourth playthrough of Ocarina of Time was Ocarina of Time 3D, and everything was, I beat the game, okay? And let me tell you, the water temple, when they say the water temple is easier in the 3D version, they mean it. It's so much easier. Oh yeah, enemies there, but you can just ignore them. I'm gonna expose a crate this crate has a crystal switch where if you hit it, the enemies will go down on you. But like, these blocks are probably the weirdest things I've ever seen. First of all, this maze area reminds me of the Pirate's Fortress in Majora's Mask, because how it's a maze, how it's underwater, and how these brown blocks kind of look like the wooden planks or wooden boards in the Pirate's Fortress in Majora's Mask. I don't know, I kind of wonder if this design is based off of Majora's Mask, seeing that Master Quest came after Majora's Mask after all. But yeah, but I guess the weirdest thing is those two blocks that will go down if you stand on them. The weirdest thing, the weirdest thing that I could not comprehend was how Link could jump underwater, because Link couldn't do that much. He barely jumped at all, if at all, underwater. And here, I was stupid. I didn't need to do this. I just confused this with another room. that's kind of similar, and like a stupid idiot, I pressed the wrong button, so I ended up using the dense fire twice. And guess what? I wanted to use the hookshot. I used the dense fire twice, and then put on my Ocarina of Time instead of using the hookshot. Way to go! Way to press the right button, idiot. But yes, all this was for a small key. Like you may be wondering, oh my god, small keys, no! Small keys in Water Temple. Like after all, small keys ruined my experience in the Water Temple. But don't worry, in Master Quest, there's actually not a lot of keys. In fact, there are only 2 keys in the Water Temple in Master Quest. Only one is needed to beat the temple. Why do you need one of... I mean, you can probably guess why you need one of 2 keys. Okay, I'm going to talk about it right now. Like the Fire Temple, like the Ice Cavern, half of the temple, or a portion of the temple is dedicated to the main puzzle slash... It's actually the temple itself, but a part of it is dedicated to Gold's Godzilla collection. Like, that's the only reason why you would ever explore those rooms and solve those puzzles for Gold's Godzillas. Oh yeah, and I missed the door. Oh, I missed! But it's like the Fire Temple, like how half the temple is dedicated to Gold's Godzilla collection. I mean, you don't need to go into the second half of the Fire Temple. You can just... And I just messed up here, didn't I? Yep, I did. But yeah, you can just go straight to Volvagia, like at the halfway, into the real Fire Temple. Same with the Ice Cavern. Like, you could just go straight to the boss or mini boss, like 1 minute into the Ice Cavern. And I kind of see this as a design flaw in the temples in Master Quest. Like I don't really like that, because it's like the feeling that half the temple is required and half the temple is like very optional, and it kind of gives you a little motivation to explore them, explore the entire temple, like do all of the puzzles that were intended for you to do so, but not all of the puzzles are needed to beat the game, because some are for optional stuff, and it just kind of like cheapens some of the temples in some ways. Like the Fire Temple, like, I mean, there's one mini boss you have to fight, the Flare Dancer, in order to get a Gold Godzilla. Period. Like, I don't know, like, I understand that it's kind of hard to make new puzzles around the same dungeon layout, because like all of the rooms are unchanged, except for a few things here and there. Like, for example, the waterfall has no platform elevator things that were friggin' annoying in the original version. God, it was so annoying latching onto those with the hook shot. But what you want to do is actually, hit the crystal switch with your arrow, and if you look over here, oh my god, these switches appeared. Hookshot targets appear. I mean, aim for the left one, the top one. Now the waterfall will push you down, but you will land at the target, because I think this is like the only target that's right above another one, while it's also close to the far wall, where there's like one of those wall thingies. But yeah, I don't know, like, I kind of find it disappointing how sometimes half the temple is dedicated to Gold's Godzilla collection. Like, I mean, as an LPer, of course I want to... Oh yeah, hitting that wall thing will make that target appear. As an LPer, of course I want to like 100% this game. So, obviously it's required anyway for me, but still, for an average gamer... But then again, would an average gamer ever play this game? But still, for an average gamer, it's like sometimes half the temples are only needed. I mean, half of the temples only needed. And that kind of cheapens the effect. Don't you think? Now, looking at that, I thought, maybe I should pull my Ocarina and play the Scarecrow song. Yeah, nice try, Jose. But yeah. So that's my 2 cents on the Master Quest dungeon stuff so far. I mean, they did a good job with the first 3 dungeons, like vividly changing them. Like, look at the Great Deku Tree dungeon. It's hard. I actually died in the dungeon. But that's because of, like, too vulnerable, and I got killed by the keys. I mean, you kind of underestimate the keys, but that's when you only have a sword and a shield, and you have nothing else. Like, you have no projectiles, and projectiles make, keys a lot easier to fight against. And I just lost so many hearts against these Stalfos because I was so careless. Jeez, way to be careless. They're on me, I'm getting careless! Anyway, so the puzzle here in this room is actually easier than in the original Ocarina of Time puzzle thing. Yeah. Like, I noticed that in the Water Temple, like, almost all of the rooms have easier puzzles in Master Quest. I guess that makes up for the fact by how the general reaction to the water temple in Ocarina of Time was, "Oh, this is so hard! I want to kill you guys for making it so hard!" But yeah, you can actually skip that one statue and go to this statue directly. Yeah, that's how easy it is. And you can actually make it easier too. I mean, having the long shot at this point of the temple breaks this temple, I swear. And I guess that's kind of what they intended, because like the original water temple was so hard, they made it easier for us instead of like make it even harder for Master Quest, which I guess is a good thing. Yeah. So let's go into the next room, shall we? Oh, what? Where the hell are we? Now I wish I kind of looked around in the original recording session, and because some of the artwork in the in this room is like very weird, like something that Salvador Dali would. I mean, this looks like a Salvador Dali painting in 3D in a video game. I mean, it looks like so surreal. It's so surreal. It's a surreal, very surreal, like a tree on an island in the middle of a pool, and the pool's reaching out to like infinity, and there's like a door in the middle of the infinity. And if you look to the left or right, there's like ruins of stuff, before you go off into infinity and beyond. Pew! I forgot what I was talking about here. Maybe the Fairly Odd Parents, which I will talk about later on in the next episode. The Fairly Odd Parents in the Hey Arnold movie. Oh, wait a minute. Where the hell did my shadow go? Or my reflection, that is. Where did my reflection go? That is scary. What am I, Peter Pan? I mean, I have the hat. I have the fairy. Wait, I have the fairy too. And I lost my shadow. Oh my god, I am Peter Pan. Oh, that explains everything. That explains the whole Kokiri logic too. Like, Kokiris are kids who never grow up. And wait, what is that tree? Is that my shadow? Oh dear lord. Dark Link, conquer yourself!